Yo, what's going on, guys? Your boy Nick with the Pikmin. We're going to be breaking on LFA 187. This card is taking place in Sao Paulo, Brazil this Saturday, since we have a week off from the UFC. UFC is coming back next week in UFC Denver. We're going to be watching some LFA, trying to pick some spots for betting wise for this week, and I'm going to be breaking on the full card in this video. So if you guys like the content, make sure you guys smash the like button. Leave a comment down below with your most confident picks on the card. Who you guys betting on this card? Let me know. Would love to hear back from you guys. Let's talk about this card, man. We got the former LFA fighter Carlos Leo, who's fighting in PFO for a bit. I don't really know what happened there, why the PFO let him go. I guess he did lose 2 fights in PFO, so I really don't know what happened there. They let him go, so he's coming back to LFA now. He already fought 2 times in LFA before. He was 2-0 undefeated in LFA, so he's coming back for another run in LFA. He's going to be taking Manuel Mena, fighter out of Argentina. So we also got Marcos Daisley, who has a win over Andre Lima, who's in UFC right now. Looks pretty good right now. So that win over Andre Lima is aging pretty well for Marcos. In amateurs, they fought in amateurs, so he's going to be taking Ignacio Fernandez. We also got Samuel Diaz, who's a really exciting guy to watch. We got Paulo Gomez, who's coming off that no contest to when he sees Pyres. He was on his way to losing that fight before that, though. A lot of good fights on this card. Let's start with early Peeling, man. So I'll be honest with you guys right now, I wasn't able to watch any tape on this fight. I was searching on UFC Fight Pass, I was searching on YouTube, and I just couldn't find any tape. This guy is making his MMA debut here, so I'm not shocked that I wasn't able to find any tape because he doesn't have any fights, I guess. But Alexandre Duarte, he's got 1 fight. I mean, I just couldn't find that fight anywhere. I was looking really hard trying to find that fight. Just can't find it anywhere. I am gonna pick him because at least he has a fight. I mean, he's got a win over 11 months ago. I mean, like, he's only fighting like once a year, I guess. So he's making his so he's got a fight in amateurs, I guess. That's probably why I had a hard time finding that fight. So he's making his debut here in LFA. So LFA must be really high on the fact they're letting him make his debut. So I'm gonna go with Duarte. I'll go by Duarte by KO. I mean, I don't really know much about this guy. Not a fight. Probably not gonna bet this because I wasn't able to find any tape on it. But I'll go by Duarte by TKO. Next fight on the card is going to be Fabrizia Ketlinn taking on Nawira Ferreira. Give me Ketlinn. I think Ketlinn can get this one done. She's actually really scrappy. She's got a pretty good gas tank on her. Not really going to gas out there. She wasn't looking terrible in that Aiza fight. Kept that fight really close. And she was like a plus 500 underdog there. And she was supposed to go out there and lose that fight convincingly. And she made that fight really close. And we all know Aiza's pretty good. She's got a lot of hype on her. And I mean, that's her only loss, right? She lost that fight in her LFA debut. Nawira, I mean, she fought Lany Silva, who's also fighting on this card. So we got a couple of women's MMA fights on this card. And yes, she did lose that fight. I mean, it was like, I think the first round was kind of close, but like other than that, she did lose that fight convincingly. Lany Silva was a good striker. I mean, no shame losing to Lany Silva though. And that was 11 months ago. She came back like a month ago, fought in CWB. I don't know what that promotion is. Yeah, these fights are really low level. I wouldn't really like bet money on these fights, like, cause like you never know what's gonna happen. They're so unproven. But I'm gonna go with Ketlinn. I liked what I've seen from Ketlinn more in her last fight than I liked from Ferreira. Yeah, I'm gonna go Ketlinn by decision. I think Ketlinn by decision is gonna be my pick here. Next fight on the card, we're going to be talking about Guilherme Uriel taking on Weslley, Álec. I was able to watch some tape on these guys. I did. I watched that fight 7 months ago. I think I was live streaming. I can't remember if I was live during that fight, but I did watch that fight. It's Lucas Kamako. And yeah, I mean, this guy's like mostly a guy that's going to be looking for grappling exchanges out there. He's trying to get takedowns on you. And he's more proven. I mean, I'm gonna pick Guilherme here. So he's more proven. This guy's making his debut in LFA, and yeah, I mean, he hasn't really been fighting anyone out there that has any good skill set out there. I mean, he's fighting a guy who's 0-4, 0-2. I mean, you literally don't know. Like, those guys might be out there throwing fights. Guy is 6'6" though, so he might have some power. He might be legit. But until I see something from Weslley, I'm gonna go to Uriel. I think Uriel can extend this fight, get this to the mat, maybe get a submission or a ground and pound. I'll go Guilherme by ground and pound TKO. Guilherme. What's the line? Minus 187 for Guilherme. Damn, bet online. Okay, they have Álec as a favorite, eh? Wow, really? That's kind of shocking. I mean, he's undefeated, right? So maybe that's why. He's 26 years old, but I'm gonna go with Uriel. I think Uriel can get this one done by maybe like a submission or like a ground and pound. Next fight on the card is gonna be Lany Silva taking on Pâmela Mora. Give me Lany Silva. Lany Silva barely lost that fight in her last outing. I mean, that was 5 months ago. I mean, that was already, time flies. I mean, that was already 5 months ago. That's kind of crazy. Yeah, I did better there. I bet her minus 200 there, and she could have won that fight. She wasn't looking terrible. She just got taken down, got controlled on the ground by Nawira, who's pretty good, can grapple. I mean, but yeah, that was a really close fight. She almost knocked Nawira in the third round. Her cardio is on point. I think the striking is gonna be on point. I think she's taking enough time up to round out that takedown defense, work on that takedown defense, work on the get up game, and I like her. She's only 21 years old. She's only gonna get better. Mara, I mean, I'm not really high on Mara. Like, she's not fighting in any legit promotion out there. SFT is like not bad. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Lany Silva. I think she can get this one done. I think this is a good bounce back spot for Lany Silva here. Let's see what the line or Lany Silva is here. Lany Silva. Not sure if I'll better. I mean, like, sometimes he doesn't do enough out there, but I feel like in this fight right here, she's gonna let her hands go more. She's gonna be more aggressive out there, and just taking that close decision last might be good for her. That was a split. That was a split decision, by the way. Two judges gave it to Nawira. One judge gave it to Lany Silva, but it was a really, really close fight. Let me see if I can find the odds here. Lany Silva. I'm sure we got lines on this one, right? We do have lines on this one. Not sure if I can find it. Let me see if I can find it on here on Bet Online. Okay, Lany Silva's minus 340. Yeah, I think it goes over. I think it goes over 2.5 rounds. Once they drop the totals, take the over. I think it goes over 2.5 rounds. Lany Silva's got some power, but I don't know if I don't see her finishing this fight. She's got some submissions. I mean, she can go for submissions and stuff, some TKO, but I think it's gonna be a decision for Lany Silva. Clear decision for Lany Silva. Maybe 28-28, maybe 30-27. Lany Silva by decision is gonna be my pick here. Next fight on the card is gonna be João Moraes taking on Navir Gonzalez. Give me Moraes. This is an easy fight for Moraes, man. This is like, I mean, this guy, I'm not like, he fought 3 weeks ago. I mean, got subbed by a 3-3 guy, and I've watched tape on Moraes, and this guy's really aggressive out there. He can take this to the ground, get a KO on the feet. I mean, he's got good striking, good ground game. 24 years old. Yeah, give me João Moraes by I'll go by TKO. I think he can get a TKO here. First round TKO for João Moraes. I'm gonna say first round. Under 1.5. I think it goes under 1.5 rounds. Yeah, I think it goes under 1.5 rounds. I see this fight going under. I don't think it's gonna go over. Yeah, give me Moraes. The line's like not even bettable. I think I've seen the line earlier. It was way off. But yeah, it makes sense though. Like, he's the more proven guy. I mean, in MMA, has a better finishing, but he has a better ground game. Yeah, why can't I find the line here somewhere? João Moraes should be here somewhere. Gonzalez. Okay, there we go. Minus 2,500. Yeah. He's minus 800 opening odd. Then the line got hammered. I think under at this point. Under is probably the better play now. Gonzalez is not only like a durable guy. he got subbed in like under 2.5 minutes in that first fight. Give me Moraes by first round finish. Next fight on the card is going to be Eduardo Dutra taking on Abraham Racho. Give me Racho, man. Dutra is a good, like, he can grapple. I mean, he can go for submissions on the ground. He's got high level BJJ. But I have a feeling that Racho can make this one. He can get this one done, man. He can grapple on his own. Like, he's got good grappling, good control. He can backpack you. But I like his striking just a bit more than Dutra. Dutra's striking is like not really there. I mean, he'll throw some punches on the feet, but not really much power there. Racho's actually got more power on the feet. I think I've seen him drop guys and then just submit him later. Like, and he's also like, I think he's actually also fighting the better guys out there, which might shock some people out there. But I think he's actually fighting the better guys out there. But one thing I'll say about Racho is the fact that he's only fought like 5 times in the last 5 years. That's not good. And whereas Dutra's out there fighting like every like couple months. I mean, he's been fighting every 2-3 months. I mean, so he might be more serious about his MMA career. He's only 19 years old though, so he's really young. Racho trains at Chute Box. He's out there. You can check his Instagram. He's out there like hanging out with Charles Oliveira. So I highly doubt he's gonna get subbed in the first round like by Dutra. And once this goes past the first round, I think Racho can land some good shots on the feet, extend this fight, make it interesting. Give me Abraham Racho by does he get a knock? I'll go by decision. I think Dutra's probably gonna be tough out there. Maybe a late submission, but I'll go by decision for Racho. I think he's underdog right now. Racho minus 106 for Abraham Racho. Give me Abraham Racho by decision. Next fight on the card is going to be Leonardo Mesquita taking on Vladimir Calvo. Give me Calvo. I like the ground game from Calvo more. He's more athletic than Leonardo. I think Leonardo is really aggressive on the feet. He'll go for a knockout on the feet. He'll leave openings on the feet, trying to get a knockout on you. But if he can't find the knockout, it's probably gonna be easy to level change on this guy, on Leonardo. I think Vladimir, he trains with Vitra Petrino and those guys over there, so not really worried about him. Like, I don't think he's chinny, so I think he can strike on the feet also. He's more bigger, like has a more physical advantages here. Give me Calvo by submission. I think Calvo can get this one done by submission on the ground. He's got high level BJJ and better ground game, better ground control. But on the feet, I mean, like, Leonardo can definitely land something crazy. The guy's really aggressive. He's trying to put himself in danger to land it, like, some powerful shots out there. But I think Calvo can get this one done. Let's see what the line is now. Calvo. Yeah, okay, there we go. Minus 240 for Calvo. The line is kind of wide, I mean, but I think he's got the better ground game. He's got the higher ceiling here. 24 years old. I mean, they're both similar in age. I just like the ground game from Vladimir just a bit more than Leonardo. We haven't really seen his ground game tested out there. The guy does have a lot of power on the feet, so he can definitely hurt Calvo if he catches him clean. But I think Calvo is going to be fine here. Give me Calvo by submission. Probably under 2.5 rounds, under, if I doesn't go the distance, likely. Next fight on the card is going to be Hugo Paiva taking on Rodrigo Roldan. Give me Paiva. Paiva's a better striker, better boxer, has better Muay Thai, and his takedown even is going to be fine. I'm not really worried about him getting taken on here. I know he's lost a couple of fights. I mean, he lost to Marcos, who's fighting in the co-main event in the spot, who I'm really high on. He lost to Felipe dos Santos, who made his debut on short notice against Manol Cap and looked really good out there. So I think those 2 losses, we can give him a break. He could be, if he didn't fight those 2 guys, he could be undefeated right now. He's really aggressive. He's got really good kicks up the middle, really good body kicks, and I like his striking a lot more than Rodrigo. Rodrigo's trying to get this fight to the ground. If he can't get it to the ground, I think he's gonna be cooked on the feet. Give me Paiva by KO. I'm gonna say like a first or second on KO for Paiva here. Paiva minus 400 for Paiva. Is the line wide? I mean, just a bit, but I think it makes sense. I don't really see him getting just ragdolled to the mats here, and I think Paiva is probably a good parlay piece. I really do think he's a good parlay piece. When BetOnline lets you parlay, like they don't let you parlay right now, which for some reason is bullshit. But once I let you parlay, I think Paiva's going to be in the, if I do a parlay for LFA, I'll put Paiva in the parlay. I think this is a good fight for him. He's out there looking good right now. He's only 26 years old, so he's only going to get better. He's fighting legit guys. I mean, has a so much better experience than LFA. Give me Paiva by TKO. And the line's not bad. Minus 400 for parlay piece is not bad. Next fight on the card is going to be Inglesson taking Lara taking on Lucas Militic. I wish I was Brazilian so I could pronounce these names better, but give me Lucas Militic. I think he's got better ground game, good enough striking on the feet where he can hang on the feet. He's not gonna get knocked out on the feet. I like his ground game a lot better. His cardio's there. I have seen him get dropped before, so his chin might be kind of dust, but I think it was a beautiful counter where he got dropped. Can't remember which fight it was. Maybe it was I can't remember which fight I've seen him get dropped in, but I've seen him get dropped bad. Then I like the ability from him to be able to recover and get a late submission. Give me Militic. I think Militic can get this one done. I'm not sure if he's gonna finish him. I'll go by finish. I mean, he's got a lot of finishing ability out there. I'll go by decision. I think this one can go to distance though. I mean, Inglesson is pretty good. He went to distance with the Brito, who's fighting in the Contender Series this year. So going to this with Brito, who's got really good Muay Thai, who's probably one of the better Muay Thai fighters at 145 out of LFA recently, and that's not bad. He's a good striker. I mean, he's not a bad striker on the feet. But I think I like Lucas's ground game more. I think he's got the better skill set all around in MMA. I think he can get this one done. I'm gonna say Militic by I'll go by decision. Militic by the submission, maybe late submission or decision. Minus 175 for Lucas Militic. I don't think I'll get that name, but I'll just call him Lucas. Give me Lucas by money line's probably the way to go if you want to bet him. Next fight on the card is gonna be Aiza Bartoloso taking on Alexandra Fernandez. Give me Bartoloso by submission. I think she can get this one by submission. This is actually a good fight for her. And even though I didn't really like the way she looked out there over Fabrizia, but Fabrizia is not bad. I mean, the people are hyping Aiza way too much. I feel like she's only 22 years old, so she's gonna have some tough fights out there early. She's gonna improve. I mean, she's gonna look better every time we see her out there. Not every fight in LFA is easy. I mean, LFA's got some good fighters. I mean, they don't just feed you cans out there every time you're out there fighting. Give me Aiza by submission. I think Aiza can get this one by submission. Minus 1300 for Aiza. Jesus, man. Jesus. I'm probably going to stay away from parlaying here. But I think this is a good fight for her. I think she gets this one done by submission. Excuse me. Next fight on the card is going to be Pedro Duarte taking on Leandro Solano. Give me Pedro. I like this guy's a junkyard dog. I mean, excuse me, this guy's a junkyard dog, man. The guy's really tough. I've seen him get dropped badly. I mean, almost getting knocked out 2 times in a minute. I mean, but he was able to recover, get it to the ground. I mean, get a takedown and ground and pound his way to a win. I think it was that last fight. I mean, it was that last fight. Yeah, no, it was a submission. I mean, not ground and pound. Yeah, it was that last fight. You guys gotta go, but you can watch that fight on YouTube. And I like that toughness from him, and also he's out there fighting better guys, and he can strike on the feet. He's got decent striking. And Leandro's mostly just a guy that's gonna look to take this to the mat, look for a takedown. Yeah, give me Duarte. Does he get a submission though? I'm not sure, man. Solano's pretty tough. I mean, even though doesn't have the ground game, submission game, BJJ game that Pedro has. He's got some nice ground and pound. The guy can hang on you and doesn't have finishing. He can't finish you ground and pound right away, but he can just stay on you, get in full mount, throw some ground and pound, try to get you out of there. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Pedro. I think Pedro can get this one on. Pedro. Let's see what the line for Pedro is here. Pedro. Pedro minus 210. Yeah, the line is kind of wide for Pedro, but I think he can get this one done. He's got better ground game. This fight's probably likely gonna go to the ground, and I think he can hang. He can get up to his feet. I mean, get a better positioning on Solano, and maybe get a late submission. I don't know if maybe this isn't, but I'll go submission for Pedro. Next fight on the card is gonna be Apollo Gomez taking on Lionel Aborzer. Give me Apollo Gomez, better Muay Thai, better striker. Good enough takedown defense. He's got really good kicks, head kicks. I mean body kicks. He mixes in the targets really well. Give me Apollo Gomez. I think Apollo Gomez can get this one done by decision. I don't really see him finishing. Lionel's, I mean, it's pretty tough, man. I think this fight goes the distance. Lionel's chance of winning this fight is gonna be taking this to the ground and getting his back, looking for submission. But I know I like Apollo's been sub before, but I think he can keep this fight on the feet and get the decision. I mean, I think it's gonna go the distance, and I think he can win this fight by decision. Apollo, minus 300. He's also a guy out of training at Chute Box, Diego Lima. So those guys they get better. I mean, they're training with some high level guys over there, so they're gonna get better quick. He's only 23 years old. Give me Apollo Gomez by decision. I think he goes the distance. Next fight on the card is going to be Samuel Diaz taking on Henzo Corti. Give me Diaz. Another guy that's been hurt in fights, but he's able to come back and get a TKO. Like, he can take this to the ground. Nice. He's well rounded. I mean, he can grapple. He can strike on the feet. Like striking mostly than grappling, but Henzo Corti's a guy that's going to be looking for submissions, like a guillotine choke. That's his favorite submission. Trying to, if you shoot a sloppy takedown on him, he'll like look for a guillotine choke. But I think he is kind of chinny. He's been knocked out a couple of times. I mean, he's been knocked out 3 times now. Give me Diaz by knockout. I think he can get this one done. Fight doesn't go the distance. My favorite play here. Under 2.5 rounds, under 1.5 rounds, even. I don't think this fight's going to go over 1.5 rounds. Diaz minus 800. No, that's not Diaz. Diaz minus 400. I think fight doesn't go distance. Under 2.5 rounds is probably the better play here. Next fight on the card is going to be Marcos Daisley taking on Ignacio Fernandez. Give me Marcos Daisley. He's also like, I mean, this guy's not fighting bums out there. He's out there fighting some decent guys. But I like Daisley. I think he's the guy that I was talking about earlier that has a win over Andre Lima. That win's aging really well for him, even though it was an amateurs back in 2020. Not that long ago though. His only losses are David Betancourt Costa, who we saw in Contender Series lose to my boy Lucas Rocha. And Betancourt Costa can wrestle. I mean, that's not a terrible loss. He can wrestle for his life, and has a crazy gas tank on him. And he lost to Felipe dos Santos, obviously, who's in the UFC right now and looking really good in the UFC, 2-0 in the UFC. So yeah, he also has a win over Hugo Paiva. I mean, so this guy's good, man. He can grapple. He'll take your back. I picked him over Allison. I mean, a lot of people are picking the other guy for some reason. I really don't know why, but I think I picked him by submission there. But he showed that he can go the distance and win by decision also. So I like the cardio from him. He can mix in takedowns. I mean, keep land enough output on the feet to win the fight by decision. Give me Marcos. I think Marcos gets it done by. Does he get a submission? I'll go submission. I think Ignacio can look for a submission here. I think Marcos by submission. He needs a submission if he wants to get an opportunity to the UFC here. He needs to finish out there. He needs to go out there and finish this guy who's never been finished before. Give me Marcos by submission. I'll go like second, third on submission for Marcos here. Marcos minus 800. Damn, that line is wide. It was minus like 400 early, and I was like, they don't let you parlay. Normally I don't like betting straight money lines at like minus 400. Like, you gotta bet a lot of money to make some money back. But I like parlaying, and like bet online for some reason doesn't let you parlay early. I just like so bullshit. Yeah, I think him as a parlay piece is not bad, but minus 800 is kind of crazy. But I think not bad. I mean, minus 800, you're not gonna get much back on the. Maybe Ignacio can make this fight really close. Maybe make something happen. I mean, the guy is good. Has striking on the feet. Can land some kicks, body kicks. Maybe time a knee up the middle. I think Probably fight doesn't go the distance, but even then I'm not sure. You know, it's just pretty tough, and Daisley's pretty tough also. The guy's only been sub one time in the third round. That was by Felipe dos Santos with an arm triangle. Give me Marcos by submission. Main event time, guys. Let's go. Carlos Leo taking on Manuel Mina. Give me Leo. Leo is gonna be the better power puncher. Has more power on the feet. Good enough take the defense. I don't see him getting taken on here. Fought the way better competition out there. Should have won that fight over Sadibusi. I bet on Sadibusi, and I think he should have won that fight. He was taking Sadibusi down every round. He took him down and controlled him. Just wasn't being busy enough out there, landing anything when he got the takedowns. The judges gave that fight to Sadibusi. But it was a really close fight. I mean, it was a really close fight. Knocked out Delano Taylor viciously. I mean, this guy's got crazy power. Knocked out David Juara, who's a former UFC fighter. Yeah, and he went out there, got a knockout in the first round, and UE Warriors. I guess the PFL let him go then after he lost to Sadibusi for some reason. The guy is still 20-5. I think he gets this one done by knockout. Manuel, I'm not really high on this guy, man. His striking is really terrible. I don't like his striking that much. He's a lot of experience though. He's been fighting United Fighting Series. Like, what the hell is that? Give me Leo by knockout. I think he becomes the first one to knock this guy out cold. I'm gonna go Leo by first round TKO. I think Leo will get this one done by TKO. minus 1,000 for Leo. I think it makes sense. For Leo here. Leo by knockout. Let's talk about parlays though. So parlays that I like on this card. Let me see if I can pull up parlays on this card. Let's see. We can do parlays. Once they let you parlay, you can probably do parlays on some books out there like Betway. I don't use Betway anymore, so I don't use that book anymore. I had a bad experience with Betway before, but BetOnline will probably let me parlay tomorrow. They usually let you parlay on Thursdays, starting like late Wednesday, late Thursday sometimes. I don't know why they don't let you parlay early. It's kind of bullshit. Let's do a parlay. So a parlay that I like, I do like Carlos Leo. You can still get him at minus 549 on some books out there. I do like Marcos easily, and another one that I like is for LFA. Where's the other fights for LFA? Let's do it. I think Paiva is good parlay piece. Then you're still not getting plus money with 3-leg parlay. Another leg that I like is probably Lany Silva plus 147. Not bad. It's not bad. Lany Silva, Marcos easily, Hugo Paiva, and Carlos Leo plus 147. I feel pretty good about that parlay. Yeah, I mean, you're not gonna get much adding this guy in here. Yeah, I like that. I like that 4-leg parlay. Let me know what you guys think about the picks in the comments down below. Let's enter our picks now. Let's enter the picks now. And on Tapology, Leo by TKO, first round by submission. I'll go like second on submission. I'll go by KO. Second on Apollo by decision. Duarte by I'll go by, maybe it's submission, but I'm not sure. This guy's pretty tough, man. But I'll go submission. Second on submission. By submission. Millie by decision. I mean, I'll go by decision. Paiva by KO. I'll go by submission here. Maybe a TKO. I think submission probably more likely here. By decision. Moraes by KO first round. Lany Silva by decision. Guilherme by maybe submission or something like this. One's I'm not sure, and I'm not really confident this will pick right here. But I'll go by KO first round. Guys, so there you go, guys. Those are my LFA picks. Let me know what you guys think about the picks. The picks. I mean, I don't think I'll make picks for Diaz versus Masvidal. So I'll be live for this card, guys. I'll be live for this full card on LFA 187 this Saturday. So make sure you guys come hang out with me for the fight companion. We always have a lot of fun watching fights together for the watch party. I mean, so also, guys, next one, man, take it easy, guys. Hope you guys have a good week. And I'll be live. I mean, throughout this week, I'll be live maybe tomorrow. So if you guys have any questions for me, you can always ask me in the live streams, or you can just leave a comment down below on the YouTube on the video. I mean, so I always try to get back to you guys in the comments. And I'll see you guys next time, man. Best of luck on all your bets on this card, and hope you guys make a lot of money out there. And take it easy, guys. Later.